Hey friends, it's Curtis here. This video is specifically for anyone that's feeling lonely or anyone that's feeling like giving up. I felt the need to make this video because I was making some self-reflection stuff and I thought to myself, I had a tough time growing up. I felt extremely depressed and then I made it through that. And I really wished at that point in my life where I wanted to give up that I had someone to give me some hope. So today I want to be the person that I personally needed the most. And hopefully I can bring some more hope into your life, or at least through my story you can learn some strategies and hopefully you can apply it to your own situation, because there is no way that I can fully understand your situation. I don't think anybody else can either, because everybody's situation is unique. But what I want you to know is that everything can change. Yes, you may feel like there's no point, there's nothing you can do, you've tried everything, but there is always a way, and things can change so quickly. You can find that happiness to fill you up and stop feeling empty. You can find a purpose in life to want to wake up and actually feel energized instead of not wanting to do anything at all. You can make friends. You can trust in people. You can find people that love you, and you do deserve to be loved. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Curtis. I'm just going to give you a little bit of background of what I went through, and it may not be as bad as your situation or whatever, but for me, it just completely, the world was terrible. So, hopefully you can relate, or hopefully it can give you some of that push to keep on moving forward. So when I was young, I had been separated from my father at about 5 or 6 years old. My parents were still together, but my father had to go to be in a different country to make money to send to us because we were in debt. We had debt collectors after us, and it was for the safety of my mom, myself, and my brother that my dad thought it was best for us to live in separate countries while my dad tried to pay off everything and try to make money. But as a little child, all that meant to me, with nobody explaining the situation to me, is that I got abandoned from my father. So it's like, okay, one moment, happy family, next moment, I'm abandoned. So of course, I'm not gonna feel like I'm good enough. I'm gonna feel like I don't deserve to be loved. And with that, I started to get into a really dark place. I was in a new community. I could not really speak the language because, so this gets a little bit confusing, but I feel like it applies to the story. I was born in the US, but as soon as I was born, I was brought to Taiwan to be with family because my grandma was very traditional and she wanted the kids to be there. So I was in Taiwan for about 4 years of my life. So the language I picked up was actually Mandarin first. And then I moved back to the US when this whole debt and situation happened. So I left my father, got abandoned, and then I'm in this new situation where I could not understand English. And I'm feeling like I don't deserve to be loved. So of course, I'm not going to be able to make any friends. I'm in this new school. I have no friends. I don't think I deserve to make any friends. And I'm feeling lonely. I'm feeling like, what did I do wrong? Was I a bad boy? What caused my father to leave me? And with that, I just became extremely shy and I was always introverted, but I became even more into my own world. I didn't want to talk to anybody because I felt like whatever I said could make them hate me more. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. Whenever I did speak to somebody, I would always double check the conversation in my head. I would say this, they would say that. They would say hello, I would think of the next thing to say just so that they could like me. I was so in the need of people's approval, and I needed them to like me because I just felt so empty and not deserving of anything. I also felt an emptiness in my heart, just all over emotionally, because my father had been taken away from my life, right? So one of the escapes that I used to cope with this is I started eating a lot. I would literally eat until my physical body could not take any more food. I remember I would just eat so much that I would lay at the dining table and couldn't move. Any inch that I moved, it would hurt, literally. And if I started to digest a little bit, I had a little more room, I would eat some more. And the whole reason I did that was because that physical fullness was temporarily able to fill up that emptiness inside of my heart. This is a terrible thing to do, but that's just how I felt. I just felt so empty. It didn't matter that I was hurting my body. I didn't even understand it was unhealthy. And that's what I did. And in school, I would get made fun of because I was extremely fat from all the eating, could barely speak any English, and I just didn't have the confidence to make any friends at all. And I just progressed like this for a couple of years and just getting fatter and fatter and became obese. I remember my heart would hurt when I ran during PE, which is like physical education. It was just terrible. I felt like there was nothing I could do. I tried to fall asleep to escape my problems. I was always in my head thinking of a solution. What can I do? What can I do? And there was literally no answer. No one I could really talk to either. And I just felt so lonely. I didn't have any friends. Every single birthday would be by myself. I didn't feel like I deserved any friends. And the one time I asked somebody to come to my birthday, they said no. And it must have been the energy I was asking. I was so desperate. You know, when someone is so desperate for something, you feel like, oh, what do they want? And then, of course, you're just going to reject them, right? And so I really felt like giving up. I really didn't want to live anymore. There's no point. Every day, sleeping to escape my problems. Every day, couldn't even meet anybody in the eye. Like, I just felt like I wasn't good enough. I just didn't want to live anymore. I felt like it was enough. I just became so numb to everything. And it was at that point where I literally thought to myself, I am going to change. And it doesn't matter how scary it is. It doesn't matter how painful it is. I have to be different. I want to be someone else. I want to be a better version of myself because I can't keep living like this. If this progresses, I'm just going to die. My heart's already hurting from being obese. I'm already lonely enough. I'm already sad enough that I don't see any point in living. There's no one else in my life. So it's now or never. And it was when I had that like final decision, I'm going to change, whatever it takes, that I began to actually take a step forward towards my life being completely different. And of course, in the beginning, there was nothing that I knew how to do. So I literally would just copy everybody. So I was like, okay, I want to be able to make friends like other people. I want to be able to be liked by other people. So I would say hello with a smile on because that's what I noticed. I noticed people like nice people. So I would be nice overall to everyone. I was known as the nice guy. I'd start mimicking everything. Literally, to be honest, I was very fake. There is no one that is 100% happy, 100% of the day, all the time, nice to every single person. There are some people you click better with. There are some people that you don't get along with that you don't have to be mean, but you would just probably not be associated with. But for me, I made it my deal to be liked by every single person. And yes, I started to be able to make friends. I was even voted Mr. Hospitality in my school, which is very known to be like friendly with everybody. Everybody likes you. But there was still no one that understood me. There was no one that I let into my heart. I didn't make any real friends at the time because I was afraid to get hurt still. So everything was very surface level. There's so much elements that go in. I remember had my first love. That was the first person I opened my heart to. She cheated on me, broke my heart, and I went back all the way down. All these different things happen. But what I really want you to know, because this is about you, right? It's not about me. is that you can totally change. Even going through all that, even if the stuff that you're going through is worse, someone out there has gone through something worse than you and they have come out of it. It is definitely possible. I'm not saying it's easy at all. It's definitely not easy, but it's definitely possible and it's definitely worth it because you totally are an awesome person. You just have to believe it yourself first. It's very tough to, like, when you look at yourself in the mirror and you're not feeling worthy, you're not feeling that self-love to really believe that. But it's true. You are an amazing person to have been born. It's like such a small percentage chance to even been born. You had to be the right sperm at the right time with the right egg, and your parents had to decide, and then even surviving through that. It's just remarkable to be alive. And there's so much that you can offer to the world. There's people out there waiting to be your friends when you're able to fully be yourself. You don't need to be a fake somebody. You don't even have to change if you don't want to. I'm just saying this. You're able to become a better version of yourself if that's what you choose to do. You're able to find a group of friends that love you for who you are. That's definitely possible. I've done it before. You can do it as well. These are the words that I wish somebody would have told me. Yes, Curtis, you may be extremely fat, extremely obese. You can lose that weight. It is up to you. You can work it off. Yes, it may be more difficult because you're big boned or slower metabolism or whatever, but it's definitely possible if you put in the work, if you have the determination, if you believe in yourself. And you can have friends that love you for who you are if you just begin to love yourself. If you just begin to accept who you are and then let that shine, because there's no one that's like you. So what you have to bring to your friends, what you have to bring to everybody in the world is really, really special. You can find someone who truly loves you, a significant other. Yes, you've been cheated on. That person is just not suitable for you. There is someone out there that loves you more. And there is hope for you. So, whatever situation it is that you're going through, I am not going to be able to fully understand it. However, I know you can make it through it. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. I am totally looking forward to you overcoming and just becoming a powerful being. Because once you're able to overcome all the hardships that you have been through, you are unstoppable. There's nothing that can really stop you because you've already tasted what it feels like to be so bad. You already tasted what it feels like to go through all that hardship. When you come out, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? When you come out, one, you are so powerful. You can influence so many people. And two, you understand the pain that you've been through. So you can understand others that are going through pain and you can be the light for them. You can give them hope. You can give them love. So it is so important for you to hold on, to have hope, to love yourself, to spread more love. There is so much wonder in the world. It's a huge world out there. It doesn't matter where you are. It's an enormous world. Right now, I'm in Malaysia. I never thought in my mind that I would be here. I grew up in Los Angeles. I never knew a world outside of it other than maybe Taiwan. And I just thought, okay, this is my world. There's nothing else, right? No, the world is so humongous. Even if in your community right now, there's no one that can help you. Even if in your community right now, there's no one that loves you. There is so many billions of people in the world. There are so many places in the world that you can eventually move to or visit that can change your whole perspective. It is mostly sunny here. If you live somewhere that's always raining, you can go to a completely different area. If you live somewhere that people are all negative, you can move to a different area to surround yourself with more positive people. It may not be right away because you may have to deal with situations that you're currently in, but that can completely change if that's what you want. You can take one step forward, and keep moving. As long as you take action, as long as you don't give up, things can change. By the way, I wanted to add some strategies that I personally use during this growth. So, first of all, definitely exercise. It doesn't matter how you're feeling. If you begin to exercise, you begin to move your body, you can actually move out of your mind. And that actually produces more endorphins in your body and you naturally feel better. And if you have anger within you, you can release that energy within your workouts so that you're actually putting it to good use. Really exert yourself, exert all the energy, and then your body overall will be healthier, you'll feel better, you'll look better, and then you'll feel even more confident because you are like more fit. So go for runs, definitely get hands-on whenever that you're too focused within your mind. And another strategy is definitely to eat healthier, eat cleaner, because whatever we put into our body, whenever it's junk food, it weighs us down. It's not just about, oh, I want to be healthy. No, like you literally, after just imagining eating all these burgers and heavy fried food, you feel heavy, lethargic, you feel tired, and you don't feel like doing anything. And when you don't do anything, then you feel even worse that you didn't do anything to begin with. So definitely eat healthier. That helps a lot. And also start taking action. Like begin to have a goal of where you actually want to be. Like, what do you want? Do you want 5 friends that really love you? Do you want to find a significant other? Do you want to have a job that you really enjoy having? Do you want to live somewhere different? Do you want to move out of your house? Yeah, I don't know. What is it that you want? It's very important to write that. And if you don't know what you want, you can just start browsing the internet, start making, like copying down pictures of things that, a lifestyle that you would enjoy. The point of this, yes, it may seem like, why do that when it's impossible, I'm never gonna get it. First of all, it is definitely possible for you to achieve that goal. Second, it gives you hope. When you're feeling like giving up, when you're feeling like there's nothing you can do, you can look at that vision board. You can look at the pictures you cut out. You can look at the goals you wrote. And that gives you something to move towards because you need something to pull you. Yes, it's good to have motivation where you push yourself, but it's even better when there's this huge goal or something pulling you. And then the next thing that I would definitely recommend, love yourself. Yes, that may be extremely hard when you're in a tough situation, where you're not feeling good about yourself. But don't be so tough on yourself. A lot of things that happened, it may have been out of your control. Maybe there was nothing you could do about it. And maybe you took it the wrong way. For example, in my situation, just because my father was not physically around me didn't mean that he didn't love me. I took it as a different definition. And if you can go back into your memory to give a new definition to the situation that happened, that can go an extremely long way. If you can give some strength to your past self, maybe you've experienced some abuse, maybe you've experienced some terrible things that no child should experience at all. In that memory, that child that you once were is still very afraid. It's important for us to go back into our memories and then comfort ourselves and let yourself know that everything will be okay. You will make it through. Give that past self some love, some comfort, and some more confidence. It really goes a long way. Yes, it's in your memory, but our brains are kind of like a hard drive. Once you change that, you kind of change who you are right now. And definitely take action instead of overthinking. Something that I definitely did way too much was overthink. I thought I could solve everything in my head. But a lot of times, there is no way for you to find the answer until you take a couple of action steps and then a new opportunity, a new road, someone else that comes into your life to give you new knowledge. That could be what you need to really change. So it's impossible for us to solve it with just thinking. I remember this quote I read somewhere: you cannot solve a problem with the same thinking that got you into that problem. Which means take some action, gain some more knowledge so that you can change it, you can overcome it. Action, 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 so important. Whenever you're stuck in your head again, just go work out. Stuck in your head again, set a small goal, make your bed, do whatever, just take action. And every time you accomplish something, you feel good. You're like, I'm in control. Yes, definitely. Something that really helped me was to know that I'm in control. So a lot of times when you're feeling selfless or helpless, you feel like everything happens to you. So by having these little mini goals and accomplishing them, you can start to regain that feeling of self-control. Yes, I'm making the bed, I'm making the food, I'm cleaning up, I'm exercising, I'm choosing to do this, I'm choosing to make my body better, I'm choosing to become a better person. You're in control. And when you take control of your life, you are unstoppable. You're powerful. So I hope these strategies help you out. And you can feel free to come back to this video whenever you're feeling down and just remind yourself that you're awesome, you're amazing, you deserve to be loved. And share this video with anybody that you feel like it may help. And that's it. Let me know down in the comments below if this video did help you out. Let me know some strategies that you've used to help yourself, and hopefully that can help other people as well. Okay, with that, it's a wrap. For this channel, I still plan to just shoot some daily diary videos. If there's some topics that you guys are interested in or you can suggest, then definitely go over that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you all. Drop a like if you enjoy the video. I'll see you. Bye.